Hello and welcome back to the DNB TV studio at the ONS Center Court for the 2016 conference. I'm here with Gunnar Bjørkavåg. You are the CEO of the NHST Media Group. Welcome to us.
Thank you.
How's your stay at the ONS conference been so far?
Excellent. It's a fantastic network opportunity. Because the themes here are so broad, there's so much to choose from. It's actually more or less too much to choose from, so it's complicated to get my agenda correct. But and also this atmosphere that if you look around, it's plenty of people here, and so you learn a lot from just being here, seeing what is the latest topic of the day. It's possibly a bit too optimistic, but that's usually how exhibition conferences like this are around the world.
Yes, because it's all about transition, which is the theme of the conference. And do you think we're seeing actually the light in the end of the tunnel for the oil industry after 2 years of cost cutting?
I've been chairman of Upstream for 15 years or something. I continuously be trying to predict oil prices. That is absolutely an impossibility. I've lost each time. And the oil price is very important for this industry, but to me, this transition world is, this industry has been going through transitions since it came to the, or started with offshore drilling, and seeing how sophisticated it is in digitalization way. So I'm sure they will able to get the cost down so they can match future earnings. And I saw yesterday that Statoil at the Sverdrup field is now at $25 per barrel in costs. So that means the new acreage is profitable. And so fundamentally, I'm an optimist on the business, but it's a globalized business. So you've got this external factor of the oil price, which is impossible to predict. There are so many elements into that oil price.
You're heading a media group with both Upstream and also the Norwegian business daily Dagens Næringsliv, which you have here. And of course, this industry being so big on the Oslo Stock Exchange is important to you as well. Could you say something about the relationship between the media and the industry?
It is in Norway. It has always been a very open relationship. Business people are very eager to tell about the story. It's been actually much more complicated for us to operate internationally because some part of the oil industry is quite secretive. We meet at gatherings like this all the time, and I think the industry, they expect from our journalists that they should have a sector knowledge of what's going on, so they don't have to spend too much time on the fundamentals. But like the two journalists that we have here in Stavanger, they have an extremely close network to the oil industry, and it is a trust thing as well. So I'm very pleased with the openness we have towards the majority of the oil industry here.
Yeah, the journalists in both Upstream and Dagens Næringsliv are known for their in-depth knowledge about the industry, so definitely a close cooperation. But also transition going on within the industry that you are in. How is the changes that we see affecting you?
Digitalization is the first word I will use. We need to change, like you are now running a TV show here at ONS. We have Upstream TV at the hotel, and so usage of new digital platforms is very important, and people are walking around reading their mobiles all the time. So we must address the digitalization in every way possible, so to speak. And for our business, we also started globalization of, or globalizing the company, meaning that we were traditionally a Norwegian language media company. Now we have more than 60% of the employees are working internationally, and So we are operating internationally in oil, seafood, shipping, renewable, and PR, social media.
Well, that's interesting because the digitalization seems to change all our industries, also the banking industry as such. So what would be your advice to young people going into the oil business as such? Do you see a future for them?
Yeah, it is. I'm uncertain about the energy mix 30, 40 years down the road, of course, but there is a growing demand for energy. A lot of people are coming out from poverty in India or Africa, and so if you are very good at working on digital projects, producing energy or distributing it or selling it or financing it, or and you have to do it in a global context. I think that is the biggest change from being a regional business to a much more globalized business.
Yeah.
And you also see all these crossovers, like here in Norway, because of the ocean. We have crossover between oil rigs and the windmills coming up. We have crossover between the supply ships and fishery and aquaculture. So competence-wise, there are so many crossover. It is a case, if I had been 22 and a half, I would have easily entered the same business. It's driven by technology, but like me, I'm very much finance educated. It will be easy to follow, and possibly you make more money on financing than on good ideas, but you have to have this combination.
Yeah. Yeah, and last question. This crossover of competencies, where you mentioned the ocean, and there's also a political kind of push to have a new strategy for the ocean as such in the Norwegian context, at least. So those companies building rigs now seem to also build, like you say, windmills and maybe also salmon farming operations. So are we going to see more of that?
Yeah, I'm sure. It's the size of the ocean is so immense. 2 weeks ago I was at a seafood exhibition show like this, and there are enormous fish discoveries way down, 30,000 feet, and how to be able to attract these fish up so you can fish them and feed them for agriculture, or whether you take agriculture operations out to the oceans. It's fascinating, and it's not necessarily oil competence that you will use, but it is a competence of how to run projects, how to ensure that people are together in it and stay focused. And in the Norwegian context, the oil industry has been possibly the far most sophisticated we have in the country. So I think it is crossover elements. They are so strong that for young people, I wouldn't hesitate at all in going into the energy industry or the likes, because there are so many ways out if you get in trouble as well. And the energy industry is always going a lot up and down. During these 15 years I've been in oil, I've seen oil prices at 10 and then 142 and somewhere in between consistently. So you know, it is much more. It is a bit too exciting possibly, but on average I think everyone, as they look back, then they are pleased with it.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Bjørkavåg, for joining us, and thank you for watching.